Next to me is a man not used to seeing his team lose, Guddo from mTw. But you've seen your team lose, you saw your team lose on stage against Fnatic. Tell us what happened.
Fnatic closed down all of our attacks, both in B1 and in the yard. We missed many of our grenades and we didn't hit all of our shots, so that's basically it.
I heard Ave had some problems.
Yeah, he have a hard time with his throat. He coughs a lot, and in the end of the game it was really hard for him to speak because he couldn't breathe.
Do you think this affected the outcome of the match? I mean, without giving excuses, simple as...
Yeah, of course it's no excuse, but it probably affected it a bit, but in a level like this it shouldn't.
Do you think your chances as a team right now to win the Intel Extreme Masters Global Finals are going down by a lot or just a little bit?
Just a little bit. One more match and another map in the final. That's basically it.
Fnatic, the hottest team right now. Gox, Get Right, Forest not missing any shots, simply ripping through every team. They found their pace, they found their flow, and beating them 2 maps in a row doesn't seem like a doable thing right now.
You must remember that the final is tomorrow, and tomorrow is another day. In Counter-Strike, it's much about having a good day, and it is doable. Of course, it's doable. Preferably not on Nuke.
What are you going to do? You're going to go to the hotel, but what are you going to do in order to prepare for tomorrow? Are you going to study demos or rest up?
First of all, we have to talk through what went wrong this match. It's the main thing to prepare for another match is to know what went wrong in the games you lose. So that's the first thing we're going to do. Then we are probably going to go through all of our own tactics on the maps which can be played tomorrow, and maybe we're going to study the other teams. But they study us as well, so it might not be a good idea to base all tactics on their tactics.
There has been a rumor out that mTw will not support this lineup anymore. You have denied it on ESL TV. Can you tell us a little bit more about this?
I have no idea where the rumor came from. SK posted it, which I don't think they are the right side to do. They say they have a source close to us, not the organization, but close to the team, which I cannot understand, and then we must know it. But I know my organization, and they will not, cannot get rid of us before August. So it will not happen. I don't know if SK did it to scare us before the finals, but it was without a luck because it don't affect us.
Would you bet €1,000 against 100 that you would stay with mTw until August?
I will bet €1 million that we won't get. There won't be any change from their side for at least until July.
All right. There's also been another issue with, all this pre-global finals talk escalating into some trash talking between your players and Team EG, particularly Fraud, saying that you guys should not be talking trash, that there are no grounds for it since his team was never beaten by any of your players. What do your players think about that?
First of all, one of my players did actually beat him at a CPL tournament in 2006, as far as I remember. It doesn't really matter, but he also says that he haven't lost against us, but he have never played against us, this team or the team before in a way. So I don't know why he says that, but we have no issue with EG at all. I can't see why we should have that. We just think that it's a bit overrated to say that you can beat the top 5 teams here with only practice since December. As Alexander Ave told in an interview with you, he said that they at least need 1 year to adjust to the European teams. That's maybe a bit overrated, but I don't think they can expect to come here in Europe and think they can place top 5 or top 3, and we clearly saw that in the group stage.
Do you think all this, let's call it trash talking, is the beginning of a great Euro-American rivalry again?
I don't hope so. I mean, it's better to play against North American teams and against Asian teams because it's not the same playing style at all. So that would be great if all continents could agree in playing, and more of these global finals, global tournaments. I don't think there would be any rivalry.
But there is, I mean, the American Idol fraud says that the #1 team he wants to beat is mTw, probably because of the comments. This will get your team a little bit disliked in America, I guess. Do you discourage your players from making such comments in interviews?
Well, they have their rules and they know how to appear and how to talk right, and they do that. They don't blame anyone. They don't flame anyone. We just tell our opinion about how we think they should. How they should. They should not think that they can come here and do that as they want, because we have been playing for 5 years, and we have only reached this for 1 year ago. So it's not just something you can reach from one day to another, especially not if you're playing Source. So it's a different game. Not as Frog told himself, it's about team play in this game much more than Source, where you can perform much better one by one. So, yeah.
mTw has been a team which clearly dominated last year. Would you bet money that the same will happen this year?
No.
Why not?
Because, as I stated earlier, might also be on ESL live stream. It is not easy to get on top, but it is easier to get on top than it is to stay on top. Much more teams are focused on my team. They do anti-strats against us. They might not be scared about us, but they really like to beat us, and we are the team to beat, as many people says. So I won't bet anything on we could stay on top of 2009. I would hope so, of course, but it has to. It has its demands, dedication, motivation, and lack of motivation. It is also a big factor. If you don't have motivation, then it would go down. Will have your downfall sooner or later.
Who do you see as the teams that will rock next year, or this year? Sorry.
I actually expected before these tournaments in Hanover that Mouse Sports would do really great. Now I see Fnatic playing really good. I expected more about We Made Fox, and EG I expected more there too. So I would say the 2 Swedish teams, Fnatic and SK, Mouse Sports. I assume they just had a bad tournament. MYM, if they can reach the level again. That's the main teams.
All right, thank you very much. Tack.
Tack selv.